everybody, and welcome to Sunday, which means another start of a reading vlog. And some of the books that I've been working on that you've been seeing in all these, but hopefully I will at least get one of them done. Because I'm going to concentrate on it more than the other one because I am not really feeling the other one. So, that would be. So we have Onyika and the Academy of the Sun by this lovely author here, and I'm enjoying this one's okay. This is the one that I think I can get through this week if I work decently on it. I've just been reading a couple of chapters a night, and so that's why it's taking. So if I up that, I can get it done. It's easy to read, but it's just okay. There's nothing really wowing about this. It's a setup for a series and everything. And, it's just okay. It's like any other middle grade book that has, like, these kids that have these powers and they're learning all about their powers and how to control them, and they're in an academy. So, basically. The one that I'm not feeling, and you'll notice I haven't really even gotten anywhere in, is Never Seen by Shannon Messenger, which is the fourth book in the Keeper of the Lost City, and I'm bored. And I could really care less. So yeah, so I'm this far. I am only 177 pages, and it's 672, so I know I'm not going to get it done. I already told Sherry that I'll probably have to end up reading this through July. And if I don't get through it in July, I think I'm just going to give up on this series. It's just not fun. It's not interesting to me. It's boring. Like, they're doing nothing. It's just like pages and pages of nothing happening. And if I'm going to read a book this thick, and it's a middle grade, I need some action of some sort. I need something flowing, something to pique my interest, and this just isn't doing it. So, and there's like 10 books in this series, and this is only number 4, and they only get bigger. And if I'm not enjoying this one, I just don't see myself continuing. But it would have to be something like has to pick up and happen really quickly for me to change my mind, I think. This is that. And then I need to read this one, which is A Hero's Guide to Deadly Dragons. It's the 6th book in the How to Train Your Dragon series. It's like a 3-hour audiobook, so it'll probably be one of the first ones that I do this week to knock it off and get it off my list of things I need to read. I have veered quite a bit off of the beaten path of my TBR. I've gone rogue. I do that a lot. But this is one that's on there, so I do need to get it done. I am also listening. I'm also reading an ebook. It's Amari and the Great Game, I think it is, by B.B. Alston. It's the 2nd book in the in Amari and the Night Brother series, I believe. So I need to get that one done. It's an e-arc that I've had, and I do believe it's already out. I just haven't gotten to it, and I'm not very far into it. Let's see. Yeah, I'm only like 8% into it, but so far it's okay. I really enjoyed the first one. I gave the first one like, I think 5 stars, like 4.5 to 5 stars, pretty sure. And so I'm really curious to see what's going to happen with Amari, and so I'm hoping this one's going to be just as good. We'll see. And let's see what else. Oh, I am listening to the Tuesday Night Survivors Club. I think that's what it's called. Don't hold me to it. By Lynn Cahoon. It is the first book in a new series. And I have it as an e-arc, but it's already out, and I've seen there's an audiobook, so I will be listening to it. And so I have started that one. It's on Hoopla. And on Libby/Overdrive, I have The Inspector and Mrs. Jeffries. I think that's what it's called. I'll put a picture here because I don't remember. by, I think it's Emily Brightwell. And I've just kind of gotten into that one too, so I'm not very far into it, but it's been kind of fun so far because I know it's about the housekeeper, Mrs. Jeffries, who is really basically the one that solves the inspector's cases and stuff. If it wasn't for her and probably the help of some of the other servants, he wouldn't have rose up to inspector. I don't think. I have a feeling that's kind of how it is because she has helped him with his cases and stuff like that. And so this is the first in a very long running series. Like, I think there's like 41 books or somewhere around there. Don't quote me, but a lot. Why on earth I decided to start such a long series, I do not know. I have plenty of long series, but I've always thought it sounded fun. And so far, I'm enjoying the audiobook, so got that one. And I think that's everything. So that's a good chunk of stuff. I will probably end up adding more audiobooks as I go because, like I say, it's just easier to listen to audiobooks while I'm working on the computer. And so I will probably be doing that. And I usually work on the print or ebooks at night before I go to bed. So that's that. And yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I have to say for the beginning of this reading vlog. And hopefully I have a really good rest of June, because we will be ending June with this one and starting July, and I cannot believe it is already getting ready to be July. It's just, where has the time gone? But anyway, so I will come back whenever I have finished something and give you an update. Good afternoon, everybody. It's Tuesday and it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Had a long day. Started out with my normal coffee at Denny's, and then decided to go to my aunt's house because she was like, come on over, I've got, like, you know, if you're bored, I got books that you can have. I thought it was just like probably a couple boxes. I didn't know it was gonna fill up my whole back seat of my car. Dad and I went over there and we talked for a while, so we didn't leave there until like 12:30 or so. I have packed 2 of the boxes, or they're not all boxes. There's those tubs that you can get, like at Walmart or whatever. These ones are red. I'm gonna put a picture here so you can kind of see, get a general idea. I have no clue what are in there. I think they're probably gonna be mostly romance or mystery suspense and things like that, because I know that's the kind of things that my aunt likes to read, so I'm figuring that's probably what it's going to be. But she has no room for them. Her husband was wanting her to get rid of them, so she just gave them to me and said that, you know, I can take what I want, or I can post them on eBay. She knows I have my new store, and so maybe I could make a few bucks off of them. So she's just like, you know, take them. I have 2 of those tubs full of books and 2 boxes. So far I have carried up, because I live upstairs, I have carried up 1 tub and 1 box. The other ones I'm gonna have to get later, but I have absolutely no clue what's in them. So I don't know, maybe I will do like a 2-part series, and maybe I'll show you 2 tubs, two at a time, like a tub in a box and a tub in a box or something, and just show you ones and see, and I might see what I'm interested in and what I'm not interested in while I'm showing them to you. I don't know. I'm sure it'll make for a very long video, but it sounds kind of fun. Kind of like a mystery box, a mystery opening. I have no clue what's in there. And yeah, so just got home not too long ago, and I've finished a book yesterday, and I didn't come on and talk about it, so I thought I should do that now. So I'm going to do that. And so I listened to the if I remember right, the Tuesday Night Survivors Club by Lynn Cahoon. It's the first book in the Survivors Club series. I love Lynn Cahoon. She's the first author I ever read as a cozy mystery author, and I really love her Tourist Trap And I really like her Cat Latimer series. Her other ones are a little hit or miss. I don't mind the Farm to Fork. It's okay, but it's not ever going to be a favorite. And I'm not really all that into her Kitchen Witch series. And she had this new one, and I was really curious about it, so I thought, I'll go ahead and I'll try it. And the thing that I was a little intimidated, like I'm leery about, is it's about breast cancer survivors and cancer survivors in general. And I just didn't know if it was going to have too much cancer talk in it. I didn't want a book full of gloom and doom. I think it's great that she has this series about cancer survivors, but at the same time, you have to hold my interest, and so I was a little worried. But I really liked it. I give it 4 stars. And it is about Rarity, and she owns a bookstore. And so Rarity opens up a bookstore. She's wanting it to focus on healing and helping others because she is a cancer survivor. And what got her through cancer were her friends and her books. And so she wants to kind of spread that around. And so she opens this bookstore which focuses on kind of Eastern and Western medicine and things like that and healing. And her friend is very into like the New Age stuff. And the one person that stuck through her through like thick and thin was her friend Sam. And so she decides that she wants to open a book club. And that way other cancer survivors can come together and maybe make some friends and read some books and things like that and just get together. And at first she only had the one person that showed up, but then the next time she had a couple. And so it grew into about 5. And then even though Sam's not a cancer survivor, she is the friend of a cancer survivor, and they decided to go ahead and let her into the book club because then she could give like maybe a different kind of perspective. And so that's how she got to be in the book club. And then one of the book club ladies, I don't remember what her name was, Martha. Martha, she wasn't very open about things. She was a little cranky, kind of a little mean and everything. Well, she doesn't show up for like the next book club, and so everybody's a little worried about her. And so when one of the ladies finds her car at a hiking trail, they all decide to get together and try to figure out what happened, like go and see if they find her on the hiking trail or whatever. And against the detective know-how, he didn't know. Rarity wanted to call him, but she didn't. And then she gets kind of the shame on you afterwards. But yeah, so of course it's going to be about them trying to figure out what happened to Martha. And one of the things that I liked about this was that the book club turned into a sleuthing club. Because like Rarity wanted to talk about the book, but everybody else wanted to talk about what might have happened to Martha. So she just went with the flow. And also another thing that I thought was kind of fun is the fact that that Sam liked Drew, who is the police detective, and Rarity likes Archer, who is the detective's friend, and also kind of an adventure guy or whatever. He does these guides, like these walking trails and things like that, which is where they met him because Sam wanted to go on this walking trail and wanted her to come and everything because I think if I remember right, it was because the guy was kind of cute, and so they wanted to go and everything. And so that's where she meets Archer, and then find out that he's like Drew's friend and stuff. And so it was kind of fun because Sam, the friend, likes Drew, the cop, and Rarity likes the friend, Archer, instead of her being after the police detective. They just hit it off really well as friends. She didn't have like those feelings for the detective. They just ended up hitting it off real well, which made her friend a little jealous at first, but she's like, if you like him, you just tell me you like him. And she's like, no, not, we're just friends and everything. And Sam, I think, was just kind of feeling down because every time, it seemed like every time we turned around, Drew was at her house, but it was just because they were either discussing the case or the fact that Rarity, I forgot this part because it's a really good part. Rarity took Martha's dog. She had this little dog. It's a Yorkie, and his name is Killer. So you just think, little dog named Killer. And so Drew really was just checking on her to see how her and Killer were doing and things like that. And Sam just always seemed to catch him over at her house. But yeah, so I thought it was different and a different take on things, because usually it's the main character gets hooked up with the police detective, and like this time it's her friend is, and she still has an inside because she is friends with the detective. She has become friends with him over the dog and everything, but it's not her boyfriend or whatever, love interest. So I thought that was cool. And so yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was a lot of fun. And I think the next one comes out the end of this year. Yep, the next one is called Secrets in the Stack. Comes out November 1st. So yeah, so I am curious to check that one out. It didn't seem to me, now, to somebody who has gone through cancer, I can't really say for sure if it had too much cancer talk. I didn't find that it did. It didn't weird me out. It didn't make me uncomfortable. I didn't feel it was doom and gloom. Yes, there was some cancer talk because, I mean, they are cancer survivors, but it didn't feel like it was a lot. So I thought that, you know, it was pretty decent that way. I'm not into New Age stuff. It's not my thing. So I could take it or leave it on that stuff. But other than that, I really liked it. I liked Rarity. I liked Sam. Sam is a really cool character. And I liked Drew and I liked Archer. So, I mean, like, and the club members seem to be really cool too. So I'm really curious to see what the next one's going to be like. So I'm excited because usually it takes me a couple of books into another one of Lynn Cahoon's books or series to decide whether I like it or not. But this one kind of just either I was in the right mood or something, but I just really enjoyed it. I did have this as an e-arc, but I hadn't gotten to it, and so I listened to the audiobook because it was already out. This it came out, I think, last month. It was on my to-do list, and I just didn't get to it. Yeah, oh no. It came out June 14th, so it came out this month. So I'm not that far behind. Sorry, I kicked the stand. But yeah, so I'm not that far behind, so that's not too bad. I don't feel so bad. But yeah, so next up, I'm hoping to get through Onika and the Academy of the Sun. I'm almost done. I only got this much to go. Probably about 40, 45 pages or somewhere around there. Real close. So I'm hoping to get this one done next. It's starting to pick up and get interesting. It's the first in a series, so, you know, it's got that lag of the build-up and the story, you know, the world-building type thing. And so it's finally starting to get kind of interesting. So I'm pretty sure that last part is going to go really, really quick. So this will be the next one that I'm going to get to. Okay. I am kind of sad to say, but I'm giving up on this series. I tried and tried and tried to read this book, and I just don't care. I don't want to. And I've all month long, and that's as far as I've gotten. So taking it out, closing it up, DNFing. Done with the series. I tried. It's book number 4, and it just wasn't getting any more interesting. It seemed like a lot of the same old from the other books, which is, I'm really disappointed because I loved the first one, gave it 5 stars. First one, 5 stars. After that, it went like downhill, 3 stars. Downhill. Then, so it's kind of a bummer. But, you know, there's too many other books to read. I thought I would try to read it in July, but I have decided, you know, I have all these readathons going on. I have my own, the Retro Romance Summer Edition, and I want to read a lot of romance the next month. I am just in the mood for some romance, and I have so many that I have to choose from. A lot of them, they're print books that I can't get audiobooks for, and I don't read print very quick. So, yep, I don't have time for a book that I don't even want to pick up. I look at it, and I don't want it. I don't. So, we're done. We are done. And the thing is my friend Sherry feels the same way. So, we are just both packing in and getting rid of that series and moving on to something else we like. So, that's what we're going to do. And so yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for right now, and I will be back hopefully whenever I have finished Onika. So we'll see. Hello everybody, it is Wednesday night. Yeah, that's it. And it's about, actually, past my bedtime. It's about almost 11 o'clock. But I had to finish an audiobook that I was listening to because I was like really close to it, and so I had to do that. But I have a few to talk to you because I should have come on here yesterday and I didn't. And then I finished 3 today, but one was like super short. And I mean like super short. But yeah, it's just been a busy day. And first it started off with going with my father to his foot doctor because he has diabetes, and so he has to go there like ever so often and get his feet checked or whatever. And then I come home and I decided to go through some of the books that I have mentioned in a previous clip that my aunt got me, and I've been trying to like clean them up and everything and try to decide which ones that I think I might want to keep to read and which ones I don't want, and all that kind of good jazz. And so yeah, so it's just been it's definitely been an audiobook listening day, and I just got got things finished. And so the first one I'm going to talk about is the one that I finished yesterday, and that is How to Train Your Dragons, A Hero Guide to Deadly Dragons by Cressida Cal. It is book 6, right? Yeah, book 6 in the How to Train Your Dragon series. And these are always really cute, super quick. They're like 3 hours on audiobook. I recommend it because David Tennant is hilarious. He does such a good job with this series. Even speeding him up a little bit, it's just fun. And so this one has Hiccup and everything in trouble again, like normal, and yeah, they're after the Vikings' most sacred book. I forgot there for a second, but yeah, they had a copy. It's I think it's the How to Speak Dragonese, and Toothless decided that it looked like food and kind of chewed around on it, and so he's like, what are we gonna do? So they know there is another copy in this like great library, and so they go on an adventure to try to find that and get themselves in lots of trouble. But of course, they always end up being the heroes of the whole thing, even though they're ones that get themselves in the trouble. And this one had a girl with them on the adventure, and she was a lot of fun. And her dragon, I can't remember what kind of dragon it was, but it spoke Norse, and so excuse me, instead of Hiccup, who can speak Dragonese, having to talk to him in that language, it knew how to speak their language, so that was kind of fun. But yeah, this just real quick, real fun. I give it 4 stars for the narration. It's really quick, 3.5, but 4 for the narration. And then I finished today, I don't know why I want to say Mr. Okay, and so the first one I finished today was The Inspector and Miss Jeffrey by Emily Brightwell, and this is the first book in the Miss Jeffrey series, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. It's not very long on audio, I think like maybe 7 hours, and I do speed my stuff up, and it's about an inspector, and he probably wouldn't be an inspector if it wasn't for his housekeeper, Miss Jeffries, because she has a knack for solving crime, and she does it in such a way that makes him think that he's thinking of these things, uh, leaving little clues or saying things a certain way to make him pick up on things. and and anyway, she has worked him up to where now he's an inspector because everybody thinks that he is such a great crime fighter when he's really not. And this isn't her first time, even though this is the first book, this isn't her first time helping him. And so you find that out, like, she has been doing this for a while, which is why he is the inspector now. And she thought she was being really clever, but all the other servants in the house knew that that's what she was doing, and they don't mind helping her, so they will go investigate things and do stakeouts and question people and everything like that. So it was different. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I think I would give it 4 stars. It's a long running series. I think there's like 41 books out. So I have a ways to go, but yeah, I can see myself, getting into another one. It was kind of fun. And then I had it on my overdrive and it was about to go back, and it was a 45-minute audiobook. Yes, because it was a little kid's book. And it was Mr. Klutz is Nuts by Dan Gutman. And this one is the second book in the My Weird School. I read the first one last month, and it was cute. So I decided to go ahead and kind of go ahead and read the series, since they're like super short. If I get them on audiobook. I think there's, when I looked it up, it was like 112 pages, so it was really short. It's kind of a school that's just really different. The teachers and the principal, and they're all different, but they get the kids to learn. The principal, he's really weird and strange, and AJ, the main character, got in trouble and got sent to the principal's office, and he was like, I hear that you're having troubles remembering some kind of assignment. And he's like, well, how about if I give you some chocolate? Will chocolate have you bring your assignment? And so he gets this big chocolate bar, and he goes and brags about it. And so these others want to go to the principal's office so that they can say something that maybe they would get a big chocolate bar. It doesn't work for them. But the principal decides that if they want to do something grand gesture, like a big thing, that they could have a chocolate party or whatever. And so they had to do like 1 million math problems, and then he would throw them a chocolate party. And then he was just doing like some really weird things, and the kids were a little bit worried about him because he was just getting stranger and stranger with the things that he was doing, till the point to where he's like, I'm going to bungee jump off the school if you guys read so many hours with your parents, or whatever it is. And they're like, I tell you what, we'll do that if you don't jump off the school. Because they were like, something's wrong with him. He so it was funny, but they're offering to do the work as long as he doesn't do the bungee jumping thing. He needs to do something safe and normal and and stuff. So it's just cute, and it's kind of fun that the teachers and the principals and stuff, they do things that makes the kids learn, and they don't really get that they're learning. A lot of times they think they're saving the principal, or they're saving the teacher, or they're helping the teacher, or whatever, and it's just kind of fun. And so yeah, I give it 3 stars. It's cute, it's short, it's just fun. Then I just finished Trader's Chase by Stuart Gibbs, which is the second book in the Last Musketeer series. And so basically this is the Musketeers when they are kids, and even like King Louis is a kid at this time too. And in the first book you have Greg, who is from the future, and they were at selling off a bunch of their stuff, and there was something that happened, and they end up in the past, and they're in trouble. There's this guy that's chasing after them. He wants something that they had, and that's why they're back there. And this guy, and I can't remember his name. It's a really strange name, and I can never remember it. But anyway, Greg meets the Musketeers, the three, and he makes up that he's from this like place, this foreign, because he looks different. So he makes up that he's from this like foreign place, and he ends up getting named De Artemis or whatever, because that's like, you know, the fourth Musketeer that comes in like the movies. I haven't ever read the book, but I know the movies. And so it's just kind of fun. And the second one is them trying to protect King Louis, and also find out that there is a traitor in their mix. And Greg kind of had his suspicions about the person, and nobody would really listen to him. And it left me on a cliffhanger. Kind of. The first one wasn't quite so bad, but this one I felt like I was left in a little bit of a cliffhanger. There's one more. It's a trilogy, and so I am hoping to get to that one soon. It's only like 5-hour audiobook, so it won't be too hard. I'll probably try to fit it in next month, just so I can have it finished. I'm trying to finish all the Stuart Gibbs books that he has currently out that I can get my hands on, and then I want to do an author spotlight because I really like his books, and I've almost read them all, so I figured I might as well just go for it and just read them all. So yeah, I don't know if I said, but I gave that one 4 stars, and that's it. It's late, I'm tired, and I'm gonna ramble if I don't go to sleep. So I have one more book that I'm hoping to get to. I'm hoping to get the Onyeka and the Academy of the Sun finished. I haven't got it finished yet, but that's the last book that I'm hoping to get done for you. Hello everybody, it's Saturday, and I am here to talk about the last 2 books that I'm probably going to be reading for this reading vlog. I should have came on here at the end of June and did this one, but the last day of June and the like first day of July has been like really kind of busy, so I just haven't had time. But anyway, I did finish Onyeka and the Academy of the Sun by this lovely author right here. I thought it was okay. It was a decent, to me, a setup for a series. Onyeka finds out that she has some magical hair whenever she is in the swimming pool with her friend Cheyenne, and her friend was drowning, and her hair saved her. So she finds out she's got these like special powers, and that she never even knew that she even could have. And her mother is like worried now, and is like kind of, you know, like, oh no, I you know, she was kind of hoping maybe she wasn't going to end up with these powers, but there was always a chance that she could. It's a mutated gene, and so think of like the X-Men is kind of what this is with like children, because it's about a mutated gene, and so not everybody has it, but if you do, then they call you a Solari, and they send you to this academy, and you learn about your powers and stuff like that. But it's really hard on your body. You get sick and everything. And Onyeka gets really sick, like super sick, when she uses her powers. You find out that probably one of the reasons why her mother taught her to count her numbers and do like that and de-stress herself was because she was afraid that she might get this power, because that's her thing. When she gets real mad or things like that, or she's frustrated, her head starts to tingle, and then her hair starts doing weird things. And she's got a lot of it too. And it is definitely have to suspend your disbelief, because I'm I'm having a hard time picturing her hair like darting out and like smacking people and things like that. But, you know, it's fun. I'm sure that middle graders would really enjoy it. I'm sure kids who have this big mane of hair and things like that, who have ever been made fun of their hair, would probably find this very enjoyable because something is being done with the hair. There's a lot of things that happen, like her father is missing, and they're from Nigeria, but they're living in the States, and then they end up having to go back to Nigeria because she has these powers now, and they need to put her in the Academy of the Sun. And her mom wants to go and try to find her husband who's been missing. It's, to me, it was like, you find out towards the end, but I kept thinking, why is the husband like out of the picture? Why is he missing? And you didn't ever care to go look for him, but now all of a sudden you want to go look for him. That was kind of strange, but you do find out more about that towards the end and everything. But I just thought that was kind of odd when I was reading it. And yeah, if you like I said, the X-Men type thing, if you like superhero-ish type books, you would enjoy this. I thought it was a little slow to start, but towards the end it did pick up and get kind of interesting. It, like I said, so it's a setup, and it's not hugely long, and I only read a little bit on it every day, every other day. I probably could have finished it a lot longer, or in a lot shorter time if I would have concentrated on it a little bit more. But yeah, it was cute. I'd give it 3 stars, maybe 3.5. It was just cute. It was entertaining, but it wasn't wowing to me. I can't say that I like really liked it to give it a higher rating. I liked it. Thought it was okay. It was good. That kind of thing. I do think that some people will enjoy it way more than I did. And so, if you think this sounds interesting, then you should give it a try. And then my first book in July, I finished Death in Castle Dark. It's the first book in the murder mystery, a diner and murder mystery series. I don't know. I forgot to look, but it's something like that. But anyway, it's set in the castle, and they're entertainers that are there, actors, and they do murder mysteries, and people can come and try to guess who the killer is, kind of thing. So it's like you eat dinner and you have a murder mystery, and Nora's there. I think that's her name. She gets there, and not long after she is there to be one of the actors and everything, she's like brand new to the cast and everything. They find one of the cast members is dead, and there's investigation and all this stuff, and it's kind of spooky because it has to be one of them probably that done it. And so, because they're like, they don't think anybody came from the outside in. And of course you've got the detective. His name is John Dashel, I believe. He wants to either be called John or Dash, and he's just adorable. I liked him right off the bat. And yeah, it has a lot of characters, so I was confused sometimes. Like, I couldn't remember who these people were, and like when we got to like the reveal on who the like person was that did the deed, I couldn't remember that person. I was like, I like text one of my friends, and I'm like, I don't remember this person. Who was this person? She had to tell me, because I'm like, I don't remember. But because there's a lot. You got all the cast. You've got Nora's big family. You've got, all this stuff, and then any outside ones that come in, the police and all that stuff. So yeah, there was just a lot, but I liked it, and I think, the more you read in the series, the more you'll remember the cast and stuff. Because I've read some cozies with a large cast before. It just takes a little while to get to where you remember who's who and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I gave it 4 stars. I enjoyed it. I can't wait to read the next one, which I think is called, is it Deadly Castle Deep, or Castle Dark Castle Deep, or something. I don't remember. But it's coming out pretty soon, this month, I think, in July. and so I'm hoping to get to that one. Now I don't have to have FOMO anymore because they were always teasing me because I hadn't read the Death in Castle Dark and everybody else had, so now I've read it now, so I don't feel bad. And anyway, so yeah, so those are the 2 books that I needed to talk about. And did I say I gave it 4 stars? Because I did give it 4 stars. I don't remember if I said that, but yeah. And so I don't think I'm going to finish anything else up, so I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this up. And hello everybody, it is editing me, and I forgot, I said last night that I wasn't going to finish any more audiobooks like on Saturday night, and then I started Double Cross by Stuart Gibbs, which is the last book in the Last Musketeer series, and it was only a 5-hour audiobook, and I just went ahead and finished it. And so I thought, well, I could just review it on the new vlog, but then I decided, well, I technically did read it on this one, so I decided to come here and let y'all know and just insert it into the vlog. So I did read one more book than you guys thought I did, sneaked it in there, and that would be this one, Double Cross. And it was really cute. I liked it. It was just a trilogy, and it's one of, I think, Stuart Gibbs' first ones, because I think this last one was from 2015 or somewhere around there. But it was very enjoyable. I'm not really well versed in the Three Musketeers, but I do know who they are. I've watched the movies. I've never read the book, but I do want to read that book at some point. It's one of the classics on my list. And so I think if you are versed in the Three Musketeers, you might actually find this entertaining. It is the Three Musketeers when they are children, and so they haven't even become the Three Musketeers yet. But even King Louis is a child as well, and so like they're all like kids. And Greg is from the future, and because of something that happens, him and his family get zapped back to the 1600s, whatever it is. And so he is trying to kind of make his way through. His parents get like taken by this guy who is the one that brought him there, because he wants this Devil's Stone, I think it is, and it gives him life. He has become immortal, and so he is from the future too, but he wanted to come back to his younger self, and he wanted to get rid of the Three Musketeers, and he knows that he has to bring Greg and everything and do all that back to do that. And Greg ends up being the fourth Musketeer that, you know, whenever you watch the Three Musketeers, which I never understood why it was called the Three Musketeers when they bring in a fourth one, but he's D'Artagnan, I think it is, because he made up something about him being from there, and so that's what they call him, and so he ends up being like the fourth Musketeer, and has to try to save the king and try to get him and his family back to his world and everything. So yeah, it's very adventurous, it's very exciting. I really liked each one of the books. I give them all 4 stars. This one was a really good ending, I thought. Though I thought it was kind of quick. The ending, I don't know, maybe I thought there would be a little bit more to what happens at the end, but anyway, it was kind of quick. But all in all, I really liked it, and I do think that if you like adventure, middle grade, you like the Three Musketeers, that you might find this entertaining. And so that's all I wanted to say. Now you can go back to watching the other video. I'm going to go over what it is that I read this week, because I think I've even forgot what I read this week. So I read the Tuesday Night Survivors Club by Len Cahoon. I gave it 4 stars. It was a lot more enjoyable than I thought it was going to be. The Hero's Guide to Deadly Dragons by Cressida Cowell, which is number 6 in the How to Train Your Dragon series, and I liked it, of course, and gave it 4 stars. I'm taking it back to the library already, so I have to put a picture. The Inspector and Mr. Jeffrey, which was not on my TBR, but it came in on overdrive because it had been hanging out there for a while, and I thought, why not? So I listened to that one, and I liked it. I gave it 4 stars. Mr. Klutz is Nuts was a really short, like 45-minute audiobook, little kid's book, and it was cute, and it's part of the My Weird School series, number 2 by Dan Gutman, and I give it 3 stars. And of course then there was Oh wait, Trader's Chase. I almost forgot one. Trader's Chase by Stuart Gibbs, which is the second book in the Last Musketeer series. And I really enjoyed that one. Gave it 4 stars. And then this one, which I give like 3.5 stars. And Death in Castle Dark, which was 4 stars. And there we have it. There was I read like 7 books. I'm really proud of myself. But like I said, one of them was like 45-minute listen, so that was like boom, it's gone. So it was pretty easy. And anyway, so I am excited now to get on with my retro romance reads and a lot of other things that I need to read. But this all for this one. And if you enjoyed this vlog, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.